Partnerships aren't dependent on a mere common goal, but on a shared path of equality, desire, and no small amount of passion. It's obvious, marching with all of you, how much passion we have. The strongest form of activism we have is unity. Together we are so much stronger, and every form of activism complements another. We need the hunt sabs out there, giving those hunters hell. We need activists on the streets, like Anonymous and the Earthlings experience. We need direct action. Stand outside slaughterhouses and bear witness to the animals coming to their death. We approach the trucks, giving them water. We take photographs, we record videos, and we share it far and wide, and we make sure that everyone is aware of the victim. Those ones that have forgotten, the animals on the way to slaughter. As you remember all the animals that are being slaughtered, I only have one question for you. Will you fight for them?
This industry thrives on secrets. They're all behind walls and we need to expose them. As activists, we need to come together and show the fear in these animals' eyes as they're on the way to slaughter, and help expose the truth of the meat and dairy industry.
Many heroes that wear a balaclava and don't have a name. We would truly love to show them our solidarity, our gratitude, our respect and our love. They are truly amazing people.
That when we leave here today, that is not the end. It is only the beginning. It is the beginning of a new era of animal rights. The beginning of a new world where all animals are treated with love, respect, compassion and kindness, regardless of their species. Let it be known that when we leave here today, we leave as activists, bound by our moral duty to speak up on behalf of those who are oppressed. It is time for us to do what must be done and not what is easy, to do what is necessary and not what is convenient. We have an obligation to fight on behalf of those who cannot fight for themselves. It is time for us to stand up, speak up and say no longer will we tolerate these industries that exploit and murder animals. No longer will we remain silent whilst those we care about are suffering. No longer will we allow these industries to continue. No longer will we allow these acts of evil to be carried out. It is time. It is time for us to rise up and shout, "Not in my name!" These industries may have fooled us, deceived us into thinking it was okay to support the slaughter of animals, but no longer will we stand for it. And the fight ahead will not be easy. We will face challenges because the corporations and industries that we are up against will not go down without a fight. But they will not win. They will never win. Because for all of their money and for all of their political influence, we have one thing they will never have. We have the truth. To stand up and put ourselves in the position of these animals. What if it was you in the truck on the way to the slaughterhouse? What if it was you tied down to the operating table in the laboratory? What if it was you in that cage in the fur farm, or you in that circus ring being goaded to perform tricks? What would you expect of those who claim to care about you? Would you expect them to be silent, or would you expect them to rise up, stand up and protect you? To understand why we must all be active, we need only put ourselves in their position, feel their pain, feel their suffering, feel their anguish for 1 second. This is why we must all be active, because if it was us in their position, we would expect others to fight on our behalf. I promise you a future exists where every animal in the wild is allowed to roam freely without fear of being hunted by humans. I promise you a future exists where every animal is treated with love, respect, kindness, dignity and compassion. I promise you a future exists where the last animal farm is closed and burnt to the ground.
For the most noble cause, we march for the most enslaved, oppressed and victimised group of beings on earth ever. The animals. The animals are so defenseless and so vulnerable like children. The animals have trusted us and we have betrayed them. Humans have betrayed their trust and have systematically tortured and murdered these innocent childlike beings for something as trivial as a sandwich. We march for those who can't march for themselves. We shout loud our truth for those who can't speak for themselves. And we'll stand up and fight for those who can't defend themselves. Today we stood together for the plight of animals. We stand together in solidarity for animal liberation, and we'll march into the streets and make sure our voices are heard. For every single time we turned a blind eye to their suffering, we owe them. For every single time we participated in their murder, we owe them. Being an activist is the very least we owe them. I weep because I felt helpless. I weep because I could feel their suffering like it was my own and I couldn't stop it. But it was in that moment of helplessness that I realised I can do something. We can do something. We are doing something and we are not helpless. We can stop this. And by channeling all that emotion into our activism, mark my words, we will stop this. We must work tirelessly as activists towards a vegan world. We can never have peace until the animals have peace. We can never give up, no matter what. When it comes to being an activist, we have to be brave. Courage isn't something you're born with. It's something you build on and work on. It's something that comes from gradually stepping outside of your comfort zone and speaking out against injustice. Courage is feeling the fear and doing it anyway.
It breaks my heart, no exaggeration, to see the way that we treat animals as a world, as a nation. It is your duty, your obligation to go vegan. This has to stop. No negotiations. Or this world will not experience future generations. Freedom is not a privilege, it is a birthright. Not only intended for humans, so let's just recite. Thou shalt not kill! One day the sun will rise over dawn over a vegan planet!
Today, millions of animals will die in the name of human greed. Every single one fights for their life. Every single one doesn't want to die. Whether it be for food, fun, sport, tradition, entertainment, culture, cosmetics, research, medicine, buildings or business, none of these is a valid excuse for animal abuse. All are simply evil. Show compassion. Go vegan! Thank you.
Their lives! Their bodies! Their flesh! Their